This project was a Grade 2 listed boundary wall in North Cornwall, which collapsed as a result of inappropriate cladding. Our mission was to rebuild the wall, incorporating cost-effective, practical and traditional awareness to recreate the Cob using locally sourced materials and a proactive community approach. Traditionally, subsoil, with large stones removed, straw and water would have been placed into a livestock pen, and the animals would trample these ingredients until a workable, well-formed mixture was achieved. Manure is an inevitable addition and has been proven that the very nature of dry dung, used in Africa and Asia to plaster earth-built walls, has hard-wearing and protective qualities. However, it's not essential. On occasion, farm labourers would have had to perform this task, and, in a pre-welly boot era, straw would have been bound around these workers' footwear to avoid excessive clagging, and more importantly, to protect their precious footwear from getting damaged. To make the Cob, an initial bed of straw was teased onto the mixing area, and then the subsoil dumped on top before placing another layer of straw on top of that. Then let the mixing begin. In a backwards and forwards movement, the tracks of the machine compacts the mixture. After 6 or 7 movements, the mixture is folded over and the compaction process is continued. The process is repeated 3 or 4 times. The then mixed Cob is stockpiled. Stockpiling allows maturing, so if the Cob mixture has had too much moisture, for example, resting allows natural evaporation and water dissipation. Next, the Cob is transported to the wall via wheelbarrow, and then transferred onto the scaffold platform, and then forked onto the wall in clumps. This process is ongoing, and when enough Cob is forked onto the wall, we can start the fun part, the trampling. Cob in this form can reach a height of up to 500 metres and has many advantages to other modern day walls. Heavy rain will run down the walls and the overhang allows excessive water to drip away, as well as accelerating moisture evaporation, keeping the wall free from saturation. It's also safer as Cob has no angular edges, plus has been proven to provide healthier homes as it allows air to circulate better. Even now, a third of the world's population live in earthen dwellings. Among many of these are buildings built with a variation of Cob, such as the village of Mandala in Syria. It's favoured due to its low cost and easy to access sustainable materials, as well as its ability to retain heat as well as keep cool, and even its increased ability to withstand earthquakes over regular bricks and mortar. This map of the world shows firstly the areas where the majority of people were living in a Cob or other earth-based home pre-19th century, and then in the current day. As you can see, the amount of Cob homes has reduced dramatically, but it's still favoured in hot third world countries, largely due to its sustainable and low budget nature. When the specified height was reached, timber frames were introduced to the wall head. Additional Cob was then compacted in and around these frames to form the apex. Breathable roofing membrane was then introduced, with standard roofing battens being fixed to the A-frames. Reclaimed roofing slates were sourced, keeping in with the environmental nature of the Cob. And there we are, a Cob wall that is environmentally friendly, can sustain all weathers and only cost £100 to make.